the secrets about how business gurus keep you poor. I know you're probably following like 6, 12, maybe even 5 business gurus online, on YouTube, on podcasts, whatever it be. And today we're talking about why they keep you poor. Let's hop into it. If you aren't subscribed to this channel, in this channel we talk about SMMA and business entrepreneur stuff that I feel like you could actually implement today, and systematically grow yourself or your business. Anyway, let's hop onto it. So, why do most people fail? Before I tell you why most people fail, subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed. But anyway, 85% of the tactics you need to become successful are on YouTube or on a podcast. The only reason why you would buy a course is to save 3 to 5 months of hardcore research to actually find proven working tactics. So, if this is the case, are the tactics really why people fail? If people are buying courses and on YouTube, or feel like the only way to succeed is through finding the perfect secret course, then why do so many people who, whether they be buying courses or looking on YouTube, why do they still fail? Right? You could find a person who would buy Sam Ovens' $4,000 course, or maybe even buy a more expensive course and still fail. It's not really about the tactic now, is it? That's what we'll be talking about in this video. Let's carry on. Is it about being a genius or having high IQ? I think not. A large portion, over 70% of the most successful people out there are college or high school dropouts. So even a dumb person could do it then. I'm not saying I'm special or anything. There are probably a few out there, maybe even you watching this right now, who are a lot smarter and talented than I am, right? Really, I just learn what I know from others. As my mentor always says, it's very rare for you to have a creative, out of the world idea no one has thought of, right? I mean, just take a moment and think about it. How many ideas have you come up with that nobody else in this entire world has come up with and invented, right? Probably 1 or 2 cases if you're like 60 or 50 years old, but there's a very very drastically small chance that you actually have that sort of ability. Neither do I, right? I just take what I learn from people, I apply it in my own business, and I find ways to help it make me grow, right? I extract parts of what I learn, and I only extract what I feel is useful to me personally, right? So, how to not fail? Meditation, diet, focus, repetition, and zero distractions. Alex Becker made an example about this, and I honestly think I couldn't have made a better example. I might have added my own words in here because last time I saw the video I'm talking about was probably released a couple of months ago, so I probably forgot word for word what he was saying. But basically, it goes something like this. He said it's like The Sims. The only way to make your character become president is to have them start reading a book and stop spending their money and time on dumb shit. Like getting them new clothes or the latest gadget. Have them read a book every single day and watch that progress bar go up, right? Because in The Sims, like as their skills level up, there's this other like green icon on their head, and yeah, if you haven't played The Sims, then you wouldn't know what I mean, but that's totally cool, right? But let's jump on to meditation and diet. Now, before I talk about meditation and diet, I want to talk about sleep. I sleep for just above 6 hours and 13 minutes to be exact, right? I sleep at I sleep at 10 p.m. and wake up at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. every single day, so that my energy for the day is filled up. And it's so crucial to control your sleep period, so you know, and your body like itself, after like maybe a few weeks, will also know how to wake up naturally by itself at 4:30 a.m., or how to know that okay, it's time to go to sleep, and actually start shutting down your body at around 10 p.m. in my case, right? For you, you might want to sleep at 9 p.m. and wake up at 3 a.m. That's totally cool, as long as your sleeping and waking up time is consistent and every single time on the same day, right? I meditate twice a day, in the morning from 4:30 a.m. to 5 a.m. and at night from 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Use this time to cleanse and calm my mind. That's what I meditate for. I use this time to cleanse and calm my mind, to ensure that I remain optimized, so that I'm at 100% work productivity, right? The thing about meditating is that it's to ensure that your mind is not foggy, because so many people's mind are foggy, right? And there's so many aspects and reasons why this is, but I'll talk about that as later on in the video, right? So eat the right food, get a diet, right? I'm vegan. I know what I eat and what is good for my body, right? Maybe you're into keto, maybe you're into the carnivore diet, right? Maybe you're vegetarian, right? Maybe you just eat twice a day. It doesn't really matter, as long as you know when you eat, as well as what you eat. As long as you know, like, you have a specific diet and you don't eat any food that'll like affect you, right? So mainly, I personally try to avoid any food that will give me dopamine, right? So I stick to bland food, and very rarely, like probably once a week, twice a week, do I eat food that will provide me dopamine, right? That's also part of my dopamine detox, but I did a dopamine detox a few months ago, and I started doing it a few months ago. Now I usually do it on Sundays. I do a dopamine detox, which is why I never publish a video during the weekend, right? But yeah, so I just stay away from food that gives me dopamine, but that's because I know what is right for my body, right? You should also understand and find out what is right for your body, right? The next one is focus and zero distractions. The average person sees 5,000 ads a day. This is insane. 5,000 ads a day. Do you know how many people are fighting to get your attention, fighting to distract you? And if a person is seeing 5,000 ads a day, that means that they're being distracted 5,000 times in a day. And that excludes them going onto social media, them checking their notifications, or if someone sent them a message on their phone so they can get their 5-minute dopamine hit. It's so crazy why people do this. Like, try sitting down for 1 to 2 hours without touching your phone, and like, see for yourself how hard it will be for you, because you're addicted to that dopamine of opening your phone and seeing, oh my gosh, I got a message, or opening your social media and seeing, oh my god, I got a like on my Instagram post or Facebook post, or whatever sort of post things you'll be posting online, right? I also like stopped my Instagram. I stopped publishing on Instagram. I might even start publishing on Instagram probably like next week or next month, but I stopped for an entire month to show myself that okay, I have the self-discipline, and I'm not doing this for the likes or any of like those sort of dopamine things, but I'm doing this genuinely just to provide value to my audience, and that's the only reason why I'm on there, right? So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, I'll leave like my username thing like here for you to check out me on Instagram. But you have to pick something and do it, whether it be SMMA, real estate, webinars, whatever the hell it is. Focus on one single thing and focus on that alone. How do you expect to have a 360-degree vision if your mind is constantly being pulled from all over? It isn't the tactic that's the issue, it's the focus and clearness of one's mind. I'd be willing to get a loan for $10 million to buy a meditation method that would allow me to clear my mind and prevent distraction for a whole year just by meditating for 5 minutes. Like, I can't stress to you guys enough how important meditating and basically clearing your mind and ensuring that you have zero distractions in your life. You have no idea how important that thing is to me. Like, I'd be willing to spend a whole lot of money on that alone than on any sort of course or secret tactic I can find online. Because if you have shitty mind and shit like that, right? Yeah, you aren't gonna become successful because you aren't gonna be productive, and like so many factors will be fighting against you. So honestly, to me, I also feel like you guys should value your mind and your time and your focus as well. And the next one is repetition. And I have to be brutally honest right now. I was taught this by my mentor Sam Ovens, and this is actually a screenshot. You'll see it right now. This is a screen, or I'll put it up here. This is a screenshot of it's a screenshot I took on one of his courses, and basically I'll go more in depth about the screenshot. But this talks about the effects of the effort you put in are only shown 3 years later. And the thing about this picture right here, this graph right here, it basically shows you that, okay, over time, your effects over time start. Okay, let me frame this in an example point of view, because I feel like me trying to tell you the theory will be pretty useless, right? If I don't put it in example form, right? So let's say I sit down on my computer or on my laptop and I just start working, like cold emailing, cold calling, reading up on information about how to craft the perfect cold email, how to craft the perfect cold call. Look, I might not see the results of that right now, but chances are I'll only see those results, like the actual results, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line. And basically it's a minimum of 3 years down the line, but it might be 2 years for you, maybe it might be 1 year, but you only see the results 3 years down the line, right? Or 2 years down the line. And if the results are actually taking 3 years to appear, the thing is that your memory decreases over time, unlike the results increase over time and the effects increase over time. Your memory actually decreases over time, which basically means that by the time you see the actual results and the effects of what I did, putting in the work and actually going ahead learning and outreaching to hundreds of people, by the time I see the results of actually doing that work, I end up forgetting what I even did to get these results, right? So the thing about that is it's incredibly chaotic, and because you don't know how you got those results, because you don't remember, right? You just go ahead and just start changing your entire process, right? Maybe I'm like, damn, screw writing emails and cold calling. I want to do something else, right? Screw SMMA. I want to get into the real estate niche, right? And now the results you made are worthless, because now the results and effects you made are going to start crumbling down, because there is no continuation, because you constantly changing and you're changing the process of you becoming successful, all because you don't remember how you got your results, right? This is why it's so crucial to have repetition, to understand that, okay, this is a proven system. I have a proven system that I can build for myself, whether that be scripts, because the thing about systems include scripts, they include funnel design, like basic templates, they include step by step how you go through step by step the issue, they include sales scripts, email scripts, they basically include from A to Z how you go about maintaining, running, getting clients, leaving clients. Like, a system is everything in that. A system, I don't know how to explain this, but basically, if I can't take my system and put it in a file, like put my system in a file, like full of documents and graphs and step by steps, and send it to another person who can build a business exactly like mine and get results that are exactly the same or close to as mine as possible. If I can't do that, then I don't have a proper system yet, right? That's a system. Don't get it confused, please. And the truth. These gurus are, more importantly, successful people, because they ensure that these elements of their life are modified and on point. I mean, Sam Evans only has one app on his phone. Jeff Bezos is only on his phone for the first 30 minutes of the day and never uses it again. How can you try fight off against these titans while you yourself have not optimized yourself? If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like this video, comment down below. Until I see you guys again, thank you, diarrhea.